What's up, people? JB Illusion here, back with the continuing adventures of Stealth, the Elven Rigger in Shadowrun Dragonfall. We're back with our favorite tech vendor to try to pick up a couple things. You see, I kind of forgot to check the mission computer, and there was a lot of money there. I mean, we've got 8,521 yen to play with, so hopefully she has, for this character, I really feel like he loves flying drones above other classes. I mean, we could pick up the Steel Lynx, which isn't bad, but I'd rather have the upgraded Strato drone. And I'm assuming that that's going to be S-Class, and apparently our Connect does not have S-Class available for us yet. So we go to outfits, we've got the Fuichi Tech Savvy, what do we got? It's for deckers. Industrial line jumpsuit, which is nice, +1 to intelligence, +1 to drone combat. Armor rating 5, armor rating 6, medical armor. That's actually pretty cool. For medical. Okay. Oh, it has a built-in biominer. That's actually pretty dope. Golden Boy, good protection, decking and drone integration. Ooh. The outfit of choice for main tech savvy runners, +1 decking, +1 drone combat. The armor's nice, I just kind of don't really like how it looks on the character model. So I think we'll just keep what we have. What do we actually have? What is it, like armor at... Okay, it's secure long code, it's at 5, it's not too bad, we just don't get the +1s. Which some people would argue is really useful. Let's at least pick up a couple of consumables. Just a couple drone repair kits, just in case. Okay, so we got a couple drone repair kits. And then we will stop by somebody to check out their firearms just before we head to help Glory out. That's really the mission for today. We're going to help Glory out with her history on Harrow. Check out the last episode if you did not watch it. It's a sad story. Like, it really is. It like hit me right in the feels. Especially considering it does involve a little bit of magic. I'm here to buy. Let me check out your inventory. Impressive setup. Let's do business. Okay. What do we got? Actually, does he have the upgrades that we were hoping he'd get? So he actually has a Cavalier Deputy, which isn't terrible. So that Guardian, which isn't bad either. And it has a Smart Link. We also have access to the Ruger Super Warhawk, which isn't too bad either. I'm not really sure which one of these should be our main gun. I'm thinking the Guardian, just because we're going to get a couple extra rounds with the 3-round burst. The Ruger Warhawk is basically, that's your stopping power in a gun. Which isn't too bad, but I feel like we have our drones for that. Outfits. Nothing super crazy. We bought the secure light jacket from him. We're going to pick up a... No medkits. That's kind of wild. He has no medkits. We'll pick up... what did we buy? I was thinking about the Guardian. What do we currently have now, actually? We've got... the Ares Predator Smart Link. I was thinking about picking up the Guardian, which I think we'll do just so we can get that burst. I mean, I like the fact that there is more damage with the Ruger Super Warhawk, but let's get that burst going. And we'll go ahead and equip it. There we go. And it comes with the Smart Link, so hopefully we'll be better with our aim. Now, let's go pick up some medkits from the dock. I'm fussing about this because I don't really know what exactly we're going to run up against. With Harrow, we know that he's magically inclined. He is a servant of the adversary. So in Shadowrun, the adversary of humanity is essentially the devil. There's a bunch of other things. The enemy and the adversary are technically two different things. The enemy would be, I do believe, the horrors. I might be wrong on that. So let's just pick up 1 gold, 1 normal trauma kit. Oh, I'm spending so much money. And 2 nice medkits there. Oh, that's 1,000 down the hole. Let's remove this. We'll keep these. Let's get rid of this. And we will pick up at least 2 medkits. I think that's probably how we should work this out. Okay, there we go. So we're all hooked up. We got a nice new gun. And we're good on that front. We did not actually buy any bonuses from him. We could upgrade our intelligence if we really tried by 1, but we would also have to buy an induction jack so we could still do, you know, Shadowrun stuff. So basically they take the jack that you would normally plug into roughly the base of your spine, that's normally where it is, or around your neck, just head space, somewhere around your head, and they take that and they basically put it in your hand, which is really cool because it saves valuable headwear space to increase your intelligence, but Stealth is already smart enough, and he's just going to keep everything like it is. Okay. So we're on the platform. I think it's time to head out and help Glory. Let's do this, everybody. Simple team. Oh, no. It's not time for Knight Errant. I guess we actually have to go to Glory and talk to her about that. My bad. We'll go talk to Glory about that. And we have to drive there, that's right. She has to drive us there because the area, the cult area is not really accessible by train or subway. We're going to have to drive there. It's in a forested region, I think. It's in a very unused national park. So he's able to really have free reign in that area. It's going to get a little wild, but you know what? It's okay. Because the team's here. Mission computer. Access Shadowrun BBS, open jobs directory. Do all pending or active jobs? Oh, that's the as a technology sabotage run. We're not going to do that just yet. Let's go talk to Glory one final time, and hopefully we can begin this mission. We've got jobs to prepare for Stealth. I don't have any more time to talk. Hit me up after the run if you like, but now I need some space. Okay, are you ready? How the heck do we get to this job, man? I'm wondering if it's on the mission computer. It shouldn't be. Alice Fun, access to Shadowrun BBS. Open the jobs directory. View notes on completed jobs. It wouldn't be there. Armor cleanup. Interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised we... Oh, okay. Let's go this way. I think we have to get to the van. Yeah, I think our van's somewhere. This way or not. Could be wrong on that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, take the van. Okay, we got it. So bring Glory and... Oh my goodness, it's only Glory. Okay, well at least we're both using the same pistol. So it's good for something. She's got the adrenal pump, the ridiculous antique cyberarm, +1 strength, and the other one gives her +5 health and +1 body. Okay. I feel like both of them should give her +1 strength, but whatever. Let's go. Confirm and travel. You're about to travel to Harrow's compound. Let's do it. I'm glad we stocked up on those medkits now, though. Because, literally, Glory's great at healing us and whatever, but when it involves multiple possible mages, we kind of have a problem. The drive from the Keys to the forest was a long one. For over 6 hours, you and Glory rode in relative silence with only the sounds of the road for company. Now you find yourself crouching in the woods, watching, waiting. Off in the distance, the rustic exterior looks curiously warm and inviting, but you know what's waiting inside. The anticipation churns at your guts like a living thing. Eventually, a van pulls out of the compound's driveway and rolls out along a service road before disappearing from view. Glory gives you a nod and begins to scramble forward. Harrow has left the building. It's time for you to make your way inside. Alright, so we're equipped with everything that we need, right? Yes. She is equipped with everything that she needs. I kind of want to... we can't replace that, can we? Can we give her an extra one? It's not really possible, sadly. We're just going to have to rock with what we have now. We've got 1 kit. Should we have 2 kits just in case? We can remove 1 drone repair kit just in case things get a little dicey. Okay, there we go. Because I'm afraid here. Our rigger is capable in a fight, but he's not fantastic in a fight. We have unspent karma. Oh, it's only like 2 unspent karma. We can't really do much with that. The weathered edifice of the first place looms above you, dark and sinister in the chill night air. Despite the horrifying stories that Glory told you about this place, something about it feels strangely comforting. In the back of your mind, insidious voices whisper, that you could stay here forever, asked the spirits. Do you feel it? The lore of this place? Glory gestures with a limb of chrome and steel. When I was a kid, when I was whole, the pull was irresistible. Yeah, I can feel it. It's almost pleasant. It's meant to be. That's how it gets you. It worms its way inside you, changes you, and you don't even realize what's happening until it's too late. She looks at you, and her eyes are dark. When she speaks again, her voice is quiet but steady. You're going to see some terrible things here, Stealth. The first place exists to prey on the young, and we're going to have to come face to face with that. Are you sure that you're prepared for this? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. When you say the young, how young do you mean? Let's not ask about that. I'm assuming Hera is a servant of the adversary. These kids are probably in their teens or younger. Don't worry, I'm solid. She studies your face for a moment longer, then looks away. Good. You want to compare notes, make sure that we're on the same page? She nods. We have the street kids and runaways that are living here. We take them away from this place before Harrow can turn them into monsters. We keep them from following in my footsteps. Any suggestions as to how we should approach this? Harrow keeps a shrine in the compound. It's the key to his control over the cultists. We're going to purify the shrine and break that control, and then we're going to lead the kids out of here. Shouldn't we have maybe brought Dietrich, for the magical assist? Tell me more about the shrine, because maybe she has a plan. It's a lump of rock about as tall as I am, inscribed with runes and encrusted with bone. Whoa! Its power comes from an entity that Hera bound into the stone, something very old and very dangerous, a toxic spirit. Oh man. In many ways, it is the heart of this place. Okay. The voices that you can hear whispering in the back of your mind, those are the spirit's voices. It zaps the will of anyone who sets foot on these grounds. We can't save those kids until the shrine's dealt with. They'll fight us if we try. I want to hash out a few more details before we head inside. So how do we purify the spirits? Some sort of ceremony or ritual? Something like that. It'll be easier just to show you. I've got everything we need right here. She pats the satchel that hangs from her shoulder. When time comes, I'll conduct a ritual, but before I can do that, we're going to have to face the spirit on its own terms, and that's going to be dangerous, Stealth. Why attempt to purify the spirit at all? Why not just kill it? Because I'm assuming the spirit's exactly like Glory. If the shrine controls the people here, then how do you have anything to feel guilty about? Nothing that you did under Hera was really your fault, but she still physically did that. I think I know everything that I need to. Let's get moving. Let's go. She nods, and the razors flick out of her fingertips. I'm with you. Let's do it. Alright, cool. Let's get to work. Man, this place actually really is... This is a place you could go camping at, to be honest. Then again, there's an evil cult here. Yeah, I remember that. And there's also children, so we're gonna have to be super careful on this, Glory. Open the door. We got anybody? No. Well, we did wait for the van to leave with the kids. Hopefully it doesn't get too nuts. Okay, so we have to get through here, I'm assuming. Is this mag-locked? Or mag-locked? Let's see, the door shimmers with a faint red light. As you approach the door, you can feel a squirming sensation in the back of your skull. Your limbs begin to tingle, then feel heavy. The closer you get to the doorway, the more of a struggle it is to continue moving forward. It feels as though the strength is being siphoned from your body. So that's the deterrent for entering the shrine. It's a magical trap. If we had willpower, we could just fight through it and just break it. But sadly, we're not adept or respecting willpower, so we're just going to have to step back. As you step away from the door, the crawling sensation gradually recedes. A moment later, strength returns to your limbs. Glory stares into the light, frowning. The shrine room is through there, but this barrier wasn't here before. Hera must have warded the doorway after I ran. Okay, how do we get through? The ward is like a lock. There must be a key. Back when I helped Hera run this place, he and I were the only ones allowed in the shrine room, so we look for whoever has taken my place. That's where the key will be. How will we know who that is? It'll be a girl. Hera would never take a male as a second. He wouldn't want the competition. Interesting. And her hair will be fire red. It's a sort of insignia of rank within the cult. A girl with red hair got it. Wow. Okay. He made you dye your hair red? Alright. Apparently Harrow's into redheads. I mean, if you were running a cult and whatnot, you can hear a distant murmuring sound coming from inside the room. Voices, 3, maybe 4 people, all talking amongst themselves. You can't make out what they're saying, but one of the voices sounds desperate. You've heard the tone before. It's the sound of a man pleading for his life. We should keep moving. Whatever's going on in there, we don't want to get involved. It sounds like someone's in trouble in there. I don't doubt it, but we can't do anything about that right now. The cultists in there have been brainwashed by Hera. Whatever they're doing, they aren't doing it of their own accord. After we've purified the shrine, then we can intervene. But if we go in there now, they're going to attack us, and we're going to have to kill them. That's not what I came here to do. Alright, Glory. You win. I'll agree with Glory on that one. They're being controlled. She knows more about the controlling than anybody else, and honestly, this is her mission. Stealth is still about his business, even though his heart has grown 3 times its previous size. What about here? Okay, what do we got? Magic. Ah, symbols of the Wild Hunt. So we've got a computer that we, of course, can't hack because we're not a decker. We've got a magical book that I doubt we could read because we're not really skilled in magic. And ostentatiously large tomes cradled on this pedestal. The paper is robust and fibrous, and the binding has been expertly stitched. A steel plate running along the book spine anchors it to the pedestal. Glory stares down at, frowning. Hera's manifesto, the handcrafted line of bullshit that he feeds to his initiates. We all ate it up with a smile and came away convinced that he was a genius. She leafs through the pages with an articulated finger. Looks like he's expanded over the last few years. It's at least twice as thick as it was when I lived here. Maybe there's something in it that we can use. I wouldn't want to hang around long enough to find out. This is Harrow's personal library. He used to experiment in here. There were dangerous things in here, Stealth. Sick things. Whoa! I was never allowed in this room with Harrow. Nobody was. He said that it was for our safety. And I think that he was telling the truth. She pauses. I felt uneasy being here. I don't want to stay any longer. Step away. I'm with you there. We can't afford to waste time. I agree. Agreed. Come on, let's go. If we were a mage or a shaman, maybe we could look into that to find out more. But I know Harrow's a sick person. Let's just keep going. We just gotta find the redhead. That's our job. And I'm assuming she's gonna be alone. Let's check the fridge. Yeah, because in the middle of a Shadowrun is the perfect time for a light snack. As you open the refrigerator, a whiff of ammonia, whoa, sticks to your nostrils. Watery light glints off the door's polished interior. The fridge is stacked full of large plastic bins, all tightly sealed and neatly labeled. It's hard to tell through the opaque plastic, but they appear to be full of meat. Inspect the containers. You pop the lid off the container and take a closer look. Don't tell me it's people. First thing that hits you is the smell. The meat in here is beyond rancid, with mold. White mold frosts the sides of the bin, and it's all that you can do to keep from gagging. As you rush to put the lid back on, you recognize a familiar shape in the rotten meat. A mangled human hand. Ah, Glory. Is this what I think it is? Glory's voice is flat. Ritual supplies. The adversary prefers them aged. Harrow teaches all of the initiates how to do it. How to harvest the meat, how to store it, how to label it. Nobody likes doing it at first, but you learn. By the end, it doesn't even bother you anymore. So he's teaching these kids how to harvest his supplies, which I'm assuming are just random people they find on the street, or people who get punished and are brought to this place, or people who are brought to this place get punished, they cut them up, and they turn them into ritual parts for the adversary. I'm assuming it took quite a few people for Harrow to anchor a powerful spirit to this area. Ugh. This is beyond. We need to shut this place down. I get the picture. Stealth knows she did it. I warned you that you'd see things You didn't want in here. You weren't lying. She turns away from you. Come on, let's keep moving. Let's go. Stealth knows what's going on and he's just moving. He knows what's up. What about this door? Is that a med kit? Part of me wants to come back for later, but I guess we'll take it. We'll send it to our stash. What about in here? Anything? Nah. Very nice bathroom, though. I wonder if it's Harrow's personal bath. I also wonder where everybody else takes a bath. Bet is, it's not as nice. This is the Initiate's dormitory. New arrivals are brought here. There's still hope for these kids, Stealth. Harrow hasn't had a chance to ruin them yet. Good to know. We'll try to get them out of here. Chloe raises a hand, suddenly alert. Wait, listen. Movement in the other room. You strain your ears to listen. Soft voices from inside of the room come drifting out of a nearby vent. You hear a woman's voice. The sound is crisp and smooth and sweet, and it instantly puts you at ease. Calm now, dear. It's probably nothing. No need to worry yourself. We're so far off the beaten track, we don't get a lot of visitors. At the corner of your eye, you can see Gloria's back stiffen. She flinches as though she has been stung. Male voice, another voice, high-pitched and pleading, an adolescent boy. But what if it is someone? What if the bad people found us? What if they followed me here, and they've come to... The female voice cuts in, soft and comforting. Well then, we'll send them away. You're perfectly safe here. You have to believe that. Don't worry, dear heart. Harrow won't let anyone hurt you, not here. In this place, not ever again, except if it's Harrow. You hear another boy's voice. This one's deeper. Are you certain, Marta? Positive. Be calm, all of you. As long as you're here with us, nothing bad will ever happen to you. Is that your Marta, Glory? She gives a curt nod. Not mine, Harrow's. But she's the martyr from my story, yes. What do you want to do? Glory pauses, grits her teeth. Finally, she spits out an answer. If she's still here, she'll be Harrow's number one. My old position. He had his way with all of us, but he was always sweet on Marta. That means that she'll have a key to the shrine room. Did we storm in there and take it from her? Maybe we can talk to her? No. In that case, we're going to have to find a way to get it away from her. Yes, but not here, not now. Those kids in there, they'd all die. They already love her. That's what she does. We can't risk confronting her in that room. If the situation turns ugly, any one of those kids will happily eat a bullet for her. And that's not what we came here to do. Agreed, you're right. We came here to save those kids, not get them killed. We'll wait until Marta leaves and follow her. Glory nods her assent. Marta's voice floats back, out through the vent. Hush now, boys, and get some rest. You've got a big day tomorrow, the biggest day of your lives. You get to meet Harrow. I promise you, after you speak with him, you'll see the whole world in a different way. A better way. The adolescent voice trembles out of response. All right, Marta. Have a good night. A lovely musical laugh pours through the vent. You too, dear. Heart, all of you. You hear the distant sound of the door sliding shut. Glory takes a deep breath and releases it. Coast is clear. We can handle the initiates. They're just a bunch of scared kids. Without Marta there to egg them on, they won't try anything. No time like the present? Hold on, let's see if we could open another door. Is there another door over here? Can we open this one up? This is the van. Is there possibly a way that we can do something to this? Glory pauses at the side of the van. She traces the side of it with her claw. I remember cruising the back alleys, looking for kids in need of our help. The bait girls, Marta and the others like her, would offer them money or food or drugs or sex, whatever it took to get them into the van, and once they piled in, Hera and I would be waiting to greet them. I remember so many nights like that, she frowns. I remember how much I used to enjoy it. You're not the same person that you were back then. Leave the past in the past. In all that time, nobody ever caught you? Coming back here shows your integrity. You ain't the same person. After tonight, I will. Okay. I was hoping that we could do something to one of these vehicles in here being a rigger, but this is definitely not a rigger mission. There's not much out here a rigger would be interested in. Alright, let's open the door. But the kid's gonna do anything? Okay. The initiate closest to the door whips his head up to look at you. He takes a stutter step backward in alarm, then opens his mouth to cry for help. You don't want to do that. Glory looks deep into the initiate's eyes, transfixing him. We're not here to hurt you. If we were street, if we wanted to kill you, you'd already be dead. You lived on the street. You know how it works. We're friends of heroes. Don't bother calling Marta over here. We're just going in there to have a word with her. The initiate inhales. The initiate eyes you nervously. His gaze flits to Glory, then falls onto her cyber limb. She swallows. Yeah, okay. He takes a step back. You do that. Should we talk to the female initiate? Let's see what's up with her. The initiate by the door is staring at Glory's limbs, her eyes wide. She's a mousy little thing, probably somewhere in the vicinity of 17 years old, with purple contact lenses and a shock of blue hair. She glances up at Glory, blinking. You used to live here, didn't you? I've seen your picture before. Glory's expression remains neutral. Really? I think so. I didn't look at it long. It was in a room that I wasn't supposed to be in. I'm pretty sure that it was you. It probably was, you're right. I did live here a long time ago. I was like you back then, a scared kid brought here by Marta for a chance at a new life. I like Marta. She's so nice. She's so nice. I always feel safe when I'm with her. Most adults aren't like that. They either don't notice you, or they do for the wrong reasons. But Marta, she cares about us. There's a long pause, and then the initiate looks to you, screwing up her courage. She speaks. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead, ask away. Well, I overheard Marta talking with Mr. Harrow yesterday. I think that they were talking about our meeting with him. The one that Marta was just telling us about. Where we'll learn to see the world in a different way. Go on. Well, I couldn't really hear the whole conversation. It was all muffled, but what I could hear was kind of weird. Mr. Harrow said some stuff about a shrine, and it sounded like he changed the subject, because he started talking about dinner. Something about chopping up meat. Well, Marta got real upset, said they're too new, they're not ready. Make the older ones do it, stuff like that. But then Mr. Harrow said some other things. And then she calmed down again. When she left, she was smiling. And so I was just wondering, do you know what they were talking about? I want to make sure that Marta's okay, but I can't ask her about it, because I don't want her to find out that I was eavesdropping. I think I know what Harrow has planned for you. Have you ever opened the fridge in the room? No, why? Is that where we're going to make dinner? Lori cuts in, her voice is gentle. I wouldn't worry about it. We'll make sure that Marta is okay. Alright, but don't tell her that I told you, please. Don't worry, we won't. How long have you been here, by the way? Almost a week. She shuffles her feet. Eventually, she looks up with a small smile. It's wonderful. Of course it is. So much nicer than living on the street, isn't it? Glory's face is kind, but her tone is one of incredible sorrow. You be good, sweetie. Don't you worry. We'll take care of Marta. The girl smiles sheepishly and steps back. As you pass by her on the way to the door, Glory shoots you a sidelong glance. It's like I thought. Things have changed in the past few years. How so? Back when I lived here, Harrow would never have let such a fresh convert prepare a sacrifice. He'd wait until she was in so deep, until she felt so indebted to him. that she couldn't turn tail and run, so Hera's slipping since Glory left. It was a rule. You let newcomers get settled for a month, maybe two, before teaching them the more unsavory aspects of cult life. Even then, you'd start them off slow. Their first lessons would use pork or chicken, never human meat. That didn't come until much later. Indoctrinating a new recruit after a week is risky as hell, and he never would have done it when I lived here. Maybe he's getting cocky. Maybe, or maybe he knows for a fact that they won't run away. The shrine's influence won't let them. Either way, it's a sign of something. Hera's getting lazy, letting his captive spirit do the heavy lifting for him. So what does that mean for us? I'm still working on that, but I don't think that the shrine is just a tool for Hera anymore. I think that he relies on it. He's using it as a crutch. Good. She cocks her head slightly, a thoughtful expression on her face. I think that he's let himself become dependent on the damn thing. That girl's never going to have to do what we saw back in the kitchen. We won't let that happen. She nods, a fierce look in her eye. On that, we are agreed. Okay, let's go talk to Marta now, shall we? Marta is just on the other side of the door. However this goes, we're going to have to move quickly afterward. If she dies, Hera will know it. And I don't trust her to keep her mouth shut if she lives. So we take the key to the shrine room, break through the ward, and confront the spirit. Are we clear on that? Crystal, let's do this. The woman in the room is lovely. Full lips contrast artfully with her fine elvish features. A tumble of fire-red hair spills down over her shoulders. Beyond her physical beauty, she's something inherently approachable about her. She exudes an almost palpable aura of kindness and warmth. Marta, Glory's old lover, the lure that Hera used to draw her, and so many others, to the first place. She looks up with a start at the sound of your approach. Her eyes go wide at the sight of Glory as she takes in her cyborg. Her mouth falls open in horror. Glory? Yes, Marta, it's me. Glory's voice is cold. It's been a long time. It has. Marta swallows. The horrified look hasn't left her face. Glory, what have you done to yourself? What I had to do. I got out, Marta. This was the only way. Oh, Glory. All at once, the horror on Marta's face is replaced with an expression of profound sorrow. I'm so sorry. Marta steps forward, her arms extended to wrap Glory in a hug. All at once, something in Glory's face changes. Her skin goes from pale to pallid, and her breath becomes ragged. She takes a step back and raises her claws into a defensive posture. Her voice frosts over with cold rage. Don't you touch me. You're one of Hera's creatures. You always were. Marta stops short. One of his creatures? Glory, what are you talking about? Keep your cool, Glory. This isn't like you. Look at me, Stealth. Take a good, long look. I was forced to sacrifice my own body in order to escape from this place, to hack away what made me human, and she is the one who brought me here. Maybe so, but at the end of the day, it was your decision to come here. If she didn't do that to you, you have every reason to be upset. Say nothing. That was your choice, Glory, not mine. I would never have wanted this for you. If you were unhappy... Wait, what? I would have never wanted this for you. What are you talking about? Unhappy? You should have talked to me about it. We'd have found a way to make things right. No, you wouldn't. You guys kill people. Nothing could have made this right. Nothing. If you'd left me where you found me, I never would have hurt anybody. My mother would still be alive. I never would have sold my soul to that abomination you all worship, and I wouldn't have had to sacrifice my own body to escape from it. This place took everything from me, and it all started with you. She looks genuinely hurt. Hera and I rescued you from a life on the street, a beautiful girl, homeless, penniless, living in the gutter. I pulled you away from all of that. I saved you. There's a long pause. Glory stares into Marta's eyes, her expression unreadable. I don't feel much anymore, Marta. Most of the time, I'm completely numb. But for you, I can make an exception. I hate you. Ooh. I'm sorry that you feel that way, Glory. For my part, I still love you. Oh, hell no. No. The razors flick out of Glory's fingertips. Her lips curl into a snarl. Another lie, the last you'll ever tell. I don't even think she's lying, or at least she doesn't think so. She believes what she's saying. I think that we should hear her out. Step aside, go to it, Glory. Don't let me stand in your way. Agreed. You couldn't if you tried. Glory begins to stalk towards Marta's position. Alright, Glory, I didn't want this, but you win. Her hands begin to glow. Let me show you what our husband, has taught me since you disappeared. It doesn't matter. We're gonna adrenal pump. And we're just gonna claw her into little tiny pieces. Do we have anything that will do AP? We've got something that may do AP damage. Let's try to hit her with that. There we go. Alright, this is over, you guys. Let's rip some armor. Nice. And now let's get... Do we get both drones up? We should probably get both drones up just so we end this as quickly as possible. And by ending this as quickly as possible, we could hopefully just spare the children from hearing. Whoop. Wow, okay. One miss. Nope, not another miss. And hit her again. Done. Alright. Chloe stands staring at the red ruin of Marta's body. Her eyes split down to her claws, and an expression of growing horror creeps across her face. You okay, Glory? It takes her a long time to respond. Her voice is choked with long, dormant emotion. No, I'm not. Well, get your game face back on. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. She snarls out an answer. Her face is flushed red. Yes, I know. She was just as bad as Harrow. Killing her was the right thing to do. Your astonishment. You see her eyes are welling with tears. Glory. All at once, the blood drains from her cheeks. She wipes the water from her eyes with a cold metal hand. Save the consolation speech. I'm over it. Her voice is frigid, dead. She nods in the direction to the shrine room door. We got what we came here for. Let's go finish this. Man. I wonder. Is there a way we could have saved her? Hit me up in the comments and tell me. Because I really honestly feel that even if we manage to convince Marta to take the kids away for safety, she's still a cult leader. She's still, signed up essentially with the devil, with the adversary of all humanity. So regardless of whether or not she keeps the kids safe and takes care of them, she's still going to sow more death and destruction in her wake. You know what I mean? I feel bad for Glory, though. I hope... Let's try... We came here to save the kids. Let's try to continue to save the kids. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Please tune in for, I guess, the finale of Glory's story mission. Will she find redemption? Or will she just fall prey to her anger? Please be excellent to each other, and have a nice day. Peace.